Hey, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. Let's go drive into a black hole!
Strap the fuck in!
Yeah, it's
Goofy.
time to get very long.
Goofy's already grown tired of living. He needs something dangerous.
So you may notice a immediate, obvious difference with the quality of the video. We're doing 60 frames now, baby!
Oh shit.
That's what the gummy ship demands.
Basically, I realized that since I plug this thing in wired when I'm recording, and 60 frames, like, gives me basically the exact same amount of issues as 30 frames with remote play, I thought, why not?
Well, alright.
Maybe one of these days I'll get an actual capture card and we just won't have to worry about remote play at all.
Also, the gummy ship now looks like a Buzz Lightyear themed butt plug.
Kind of weird shaped ass you got.
I don't want to think about that.
Don't answer that question.
It's one of these bad dragon ones that lives off publicity and isn't actually meant to be inserted into any human orifice.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, we are not finished with the gummy ship looking different every episode yet.
Yeah, evidently not.
I edited it after this, and it got even bulkier. Also, hey, we got new gummy music. So, I guess we're done the first act of this game now. Huh?
Oh, wow.
Wow. We're making good time.
Yeah.
No, so it's Aladdin next.
Oh, he just can't wait to be king. Wait.
That's the Lion King, you idiot.
I'm good at Disney.
Well,
Agrabah.
I think once Sora here gets here, he'll know that he's got a friend in
The
me.
heartless are searching for it now.
Damn it.
I'm certain we'll find it soon enough. So that just leaves...
Danny DeVito.
Jafar, I've looked everywhere for Jasmine. She disappeared like magic.
The girl is more trouble than she's worth.
Ah, thank God they got Gilbert Gottfried back.
You can't really replicate that screech.
Agrabah is full of
It's a
holes.
shame that's his only line.
That was all they could afford.
Like, he's got a couple of screeches in a fight later on, but that's it.
With her or without her, surely this world will be ours when we find the keyhole.
I hate that Jafar also has a texture mouth.
the final door. Any fewer is useless.
Well, if the princess is that
Ba,
important,
ha ba,
we'll find
ha ba 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 ba.
find Jasmine.
Jafar with his texture mouth looks like he should be voiced by Alan Rickman.
God, if only.
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume.
Now I am a genie. Ho, ho, ho.
You're concerned.
That's a very bad Alan Rickman impression. God rest his soul, I'm sorry.
Well, this,
And we're fighting.
Yeah, that did not waste any time in throwing you into that.
Yeah, not at all, it's weird. Ah, man, I much prefer looking at this in smooth 60 frames.
This is so wild. That's what to say.
Yeah. It is buttery smooth now.
It looks much nicer.
It does. The combat definitely it feels faster now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's Kingdom Hearts 1, so it's still very slow.
Yep. I was just wondering, when they block, do you have a way to break it?
No. I'm probably wrong about that and just bad at Kingdom Hearts 1, but... I mean, being good at a mediocre video game is not something that I'm going to claim to be, so...
Great hiding spot.
Hello?
Very observant.
So that makes you not a princess.
I just believe that automatically.
I mean, it's a cute girl. Why wouldn't you believe her?
Here, follow me down this alley.
I can get you an iPad, Sora.
I've got this cask of great Amontillado down here.
How fortunato!
Oh, holy fuck, it's Jafar.
Jasmine, allow me to find your secret hiding
Who could have
place
seen
here,
it coming?
princess. These little rats won't do, you see.
I like how he pronounces Jasmine.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the guy who plays Jafar just plays him in the most hammy way possible.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Like, for a game released in 2001? 2002? Like, the voice acting is particularly pretty good.
Yeah. We're 2 for 2 with villains with funny pronunciations in between Gorilla and Jasmine.
Also, the only issue with this being at 60 frames now is anytime remote play screws up, oh boy, you're going to notice it.
Yeah.
Because it also cuts the frame rate a bit.
Yeah, while recording, I've had internet issues in the past, so whenever remote play screws up, I become terrified that my internet's dying again.
I'm sorry. Somebody buy me a capture card. Also, you may notice that our combo is now a bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is that an upgrade?
Yeah, you have to spend AP to use it, though, which is kind of a weird thing. AP is such a rarity in Kingdom Hearts 1 compared to, like,
Holy
2.
shit, he
Wait a
used the
minute. Yeah, he
keyhole.
actually put a key in a keyhole.
We did it! Let's play over!
The war on Christmas is over.
Christ is saved.
Oh wow, that was some Dark Souls shit with that monster.
Yeah, I think they're literally just called pod spiders.
Hate when I get hot spiders.
We get it, you vape spiders.
I kinda liked the Agrabah Heartless designs a lot. Other than, like, the shadows obviously being there because the shadows have to be everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking around like, where am I supposed to... Right! Right in front of the entrance I came in.
Okay.
Let's go into the desert to die, Sora.
Sora, I see an oasis. No, wait, that's Goofy.
Yeah.
That's Goofy mixed with my awful southern accent I used to make fun of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Oh, weird cut. Nothing I could have done with that one because I started recording while I was moving again. Whoops!
Sorry, I'm just haunted by the idea of AJ Styles Goofy. Well, gay community, Sora.
Yuck, the earth is flat! Sora, all I'm saying is Kid Mickey doesn't tell us everything. Yuck!
Oh,
Well,
rest in peace.
Well, Aladdin's over.
I don't remember this part of the movie. So, for the most part, like, a couple of these worlds are, like, vague reinterpretations of the films they're based off.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this one's just straight up Aladdin. You go to the Cave of Wonders and everything. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh no, spoilers for like 5 minutes from now.
Oh shit.
Down again.
Just gonna cut back here. So,
Final smash.
yeah, we're gonna try out one of our, well, our only summon we currently have.
Oh damn.
I've got bad news for you. That cutscene plays every time you summon Simba.
Oh dear.
I may or may not summon Simba like 3 times during this episode.
Is that why it's 52 minutes long?
Partially. Also because Agrabah is just kind of a long world in general.
Yeah. Time for you to put it in a Simba count.
It's 3, and it will end at 3 because the Simba summon kinda sucks.
Yeah, he just seems to roll and stand around.
He kind of follows you, but you have to hold triangle to charge up his attack, which fills up the blue bar around his summon icon.
Yeah.
But the problem is, when you're charging it up, you have to stand still, which leaves you completely open to being attacked. And also, he's good for crowd control, but at the same time, when you're surrounded by so many people that Simba would be useful, you can't get charged because you're getting hit too much.
Also, did Aladdin just get out of this quicksand he was sinking in? He just like stood up.
Thanks.
Yes. That's how quicksand works. Shut up.
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders.
That's what I call your mom.
Whoever holds the lamp can summon the
Leave the intro.
Ah, shit.
Ring up the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. Today's winner is Aladdin. Congratulations.
That's not Robin Williams.
Patience, my fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish.
So technically, this is a returning voice for the genie. He was voiced by Dan Castellaneta? I don't know. The voice of Homer Simpson. In Return of Jafar, because, did you know Robin Williams straight up sued Disney over Aladdin?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Because he only accepted the role of the genie under the circumstances that A, he wasn't advertised as the genie, and B, they didn't pay him that much because he just wanted to do it for fun. So then they hardly paid him what he asked for, and then also he was everywhere in the advertising because of course he was. He was the only name in the movie.
You see, there's this curl and
So he sued Disney over breaking their contract, and then Homer Simpson guy took over for the Return of Jafar. Robin Williams did return in the second direct-to-video sequel to Aladdin and the King of Thieves,
What? Well, come on, let's get going.
which I think is the better of the two. Bye, Donald.
Bye, bitch. So I'm assuming, as you said earlier, Aladdin just outclasses Donald in every way.
Probably. I forgot to check what his skills are, but like, at this point, Donald has a grand total of like 3 skills,
One of which he will never use.
basically.
One of which is die.
So 3 wishes, then back to my portable prison. I'm lucky to see the light of day every century or 2.
Say, Genie.
God, he's not even trying to do a voice that isn't just Homer.
For you from the lamp. What do you think?
Have you seen my wife?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
Aladdin needs braces.
Incidentally, I found out apparently in Donald Duck Law he actually joined the Navy, and he actually legitimately has an army rank of sergeant.
Great.
Yeah.
So we have been mocking a veteran in every episode of this.
Good.
Also, you may have seen the pause there. I paused to see if I could skip the summoning cutscene.
Instead,
And
it
you can't.
pauses it so that you don't miss this great scene.
I mean, it's a well-animated scene.
yeah.
It's just, God, it takes so long.
I like it when Simba does his like JoJo step.
Honestly, it might have actually been inspired by that. This is a Japanese game.
Yeah, that is not totally inconceivable.
So, we're actually going to start using a bit of magic. I hate that I continue to have my foot in my mouth over the magic claim in the first episode. But it turns out that it's really easy to get rid of the big guys if you use gravity on them.
Ooh.
Because it just squishes them, and, like, at this point, even though my magic skill is, or stat is a bit low, because I'm, like, the opposite of spec'd into it, basically. Yeah. Like, I told the game, no, don't give me any magic. Like, it still does a third of its health in one hit.
It's a min-max skill that's still been hitting the gym.
Whoa, remote play. Also, oh boy, this sure is a world that has platforming in it again.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I think the bad thing about some of the platforming in this is some of the stuff in it looks like you shouldn't be able to jump on it. But you have to.
Yeah. Some of the time, like, the thing is just too small, and it's asking you to be really precise.
Yeah, which doesn't really work with Sora's stupid clown shoes moon gravity jumping.
Yeah. There's a reason why they stopped having platforming past this game.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to the new Kingdom Hearts 3 world, Mirror's Edge.
You joke, but there is parkour in later games.
Does Riku do it with his cool pants?
His fishing pants?
Yeah. As soon as someone made that connection, I realised that's what was in the back of my head whenever I saw them.
Also, God, that guy was a pain in the ass. There's just so many heartless here.
I like that when they parry you, you still get tech for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, I was parrying him, so...
I see.
If you look close enough, he was rushing me.
It just looked like he was walking and you were kind of bounced off him.
Also, shit. If I didn't know that I had opened the menu, like, when we got back into Agrabah here, I completely forgot for a moment and didn't even realize until I was like, oh, right, I changed the Keyblade.
Which Keyblade is this? That's Jungle King.
It's the Jungle King. The one we got at the end of the Tarzan world.
Also, I suppose I'll ask, how many different Keyblades are there in this, and is there any one that's like just objectively better than the rest?
I forget the exact amount. I think the Ultima weapon is the best for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That's the name it suggests.
Ironically, the Ultima weapon is probably one of the worst ones in 2, but because like stat-wise it's really good, but it has a really bland like all the Keyblades in 2 minus the Kingdom Key, I think. The basic one have like skills, but like that's way in the future. For this game though, it's just like, hey, they've all got stats and like an inherent thing. Like some of them reach a little bit farther, some of them have like better chance to crit. The Jungle King's whole thing is that it has a far reach and it hits harder than the Kingdom Key, but it hardly ever crits. Which is why I was using the Kingdom Key, because I was like, oh, okay, I'll just get those critical hits. And then I realized, oh, wait, right, like, it goes from a 0.5 to a 0.25, whatever. Like, it's not worth it for the piddly amount of damage you do. Weird editing. Now that I'm editing this on PC, though, I don't need to do it in chunks anymore, thank God. So hopefully we won't have those weird, like, skips.
a little
Cutscene,
high.
walk forward, cutscene. Okay.
Boy,
Metal Gear.
back to your hole, street rat. I will not allow you to trouble the princess anymore.
Back to your Aladdin hole.
Aladdin.
Gee,
What are they doing with Jafar's eyes? Also, oh god. Aladdin, no. You're in public.
One wish left.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it.
So sorry, boy. I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Nani?
How did you lose that to that
I'm
fucking
sorry,
parrot?
Al.
Just put her in the fucking bin.
Well, time to put this princess where she belongs. Stick her in the trash.
Oh, Aladdin sure just got beaten by Gilbert Gottfried.
So I'm thinking to myself during this fight, like, oh, okay, I'll just take out all these pot spiders so that, like, the thing isn't as long and can't just run away and around, like, forever. It turns out the pot spiders on this mini-boss here don't take damage unless they're split off first, so...
Oh no.
That sure was a good usage of Simba.
So what you got to do is beat this thing till it's splits up into components, then kill the components.
I mean, it's kind of like Clayton in the stealth sneak.
Oh, I see.
Like, you could just kill it, but if you take out the pot spiders, you get 2 experience points per.
Is that good?
I mean, it's a free experience. The experience is free, you just gotta bring the keyblade.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're easy to kill than the stealth sneak.
Yeah. Lock on.
Well, at least you're using
I don't know why it
now.
locks on the chest, but...
Kill that
Sure does.
treasure.
Camera.
This does not look like a very intimidating enemy.
No, not really. It can hit you while it's ready to wave, but it, like, hardly ever does. I don't even know the name of that thing. Like, that's how much of a shit I give.
I think it's Rom the vacuous spider.
to the desert! Come on, let's move!
I've seen the Oasis.
That's what we call your mom. I really love these just background screams of Goofy just yelling, "Come on!
Come on!
He sounds so upset every time.
Debate me!
Watch my YouTube essay.
Yuck, we live in a society! Also, one of the more baffling things in this game is one of the skills you can get is, it's called Draw, and it literally makes it so stuff around you, like you have a bigger ring to collect it. So, like, you know, you don't have to just run around in a big circle, you can run around in a smaller circle to get money and stuff. The issue is that when you use Draw on, or when you give it as a skill to somebody in this game, it affects them alone.
Oh. So, there's no reason to give it to anyone except Sora, then.
Well, I mean, it's good to give it to, like, Goofy and Donald, and I guess your buddies in the Disney worlds. Because at that point, like, it helps you to get money if they're just running around and being dipshits. It's just the problem is, like, then they kind of end up taking all the HP orbs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have to fight the Cave of Wonders now.
Okay.
Allow me to warn you in advance, this fight, it sucks. We're gonna be here for a while as I show you why this fight sucks.
Well, it's time to strip away the power of the Black Panther.
Part 1. It takes forever for this fight to start.
Jeez.
Part 2. It infinitely spits out Heartless. And then Part 3. The only way to attack it is to hit its eyes, which it only randomly decides to put its head in the ground so you can get up here.
Oh, so it's not.
And then if you fall off, you have to hope to God that you're not here for 5 minutes waiting for it to go back down. Like, I was actually having a pretty decent run here.
Yeah, that.
And then I fall off right about here.
Oh no.
And welcome to endless respawning Heartless hell. Oh hey, it's this guy.
The large body.
I actually think since they're... I don't remember exactly all of the names, but I'm pretty certain the ones that shoot fire are straight up called flame bodies or something like that.
They're called spicy boys.
Yeah, exactly.
The regular ones are called large adult sons. I see what you mean about this thing just not putting its head down.
Yeah.
Why was this not done in like phases where after a certain attacks it will just lower its head?
Because what is boss design?
Yeah.
Agrabah has 3 of the worst bosses in the game, and we've seen 2 of them so far. Just gonna
No, that guy's
have
just
a hard time
chilling.
killing that guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is the big forever, isn't it?
This fight sucks!
So, quick question, will that, if you deflect that attack, will it always hit his eye, or will the rest of his body block it occasionally?
I think the rest of its body always blocks it.
Fuck off.
Unless it is in the ground, in which case.
Christ.
But I mean, it's decent for tech points, I guess?
Yeah.
There's just these floating idiots.
I wish I could remember what they're called. Because they're like similar to the soldiers, but I don't think they're paratroopers, or troopers, rather. Paratroopa is the Mario enemy.
Yeah.
The soldier boys.
Soldier boys up in this hole.
Oh, thank God this fight's almost over.
Watch me prank it, watch me roll. Watch me get sued by Nintendo.
And Superman James Woods.
No!
Yo! I do like all the horrendous shrieks Goofy and Donald let out whenever they get hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real good.
I wonder if the voice direction was just Donald and Goofy fighting for their lives.
I really love how the gravity spell just kind of like
Yeah.
turns their y-axis from 1 to 0. Also, healing is a very dangerous game in this game.
Yeah. I know, it's whenever you
'Cause
heal, everything just decides it's gonna kick the shit out of you.
That, and also, like, you can still get hit when you're healing.
Yep.
Most of the skills that make it so you don't die the moment you get, like, stuck in some kind of combo, or, like, you don't take damage while you're healing, are kind of locked until you're around, like, level 35, I think, unless you actively took the shield at the start of the game.
No iframes for you, bitch.
But if you take the shield at the start of the game, it kind of locks you out of all of the combat options, which makes the game really tedious. Also, I just don't like the Cave of Wonders in general. A lot of it's really precarious because if you fall off the edges, you fall into a different area. that we will have to go to at one point. Don't you worry, but
no.
don't worry. I cut out the entirety of like being underground. Just to show, like, okay, here's where the puzzle happens. Trust me.
Trust me, I'm very smart, and I did it.
But, like,
I'll say the only good thing about this compared to Deep Jungle is at least there isn't as much backtracking so far.
yeah, there's not really much backtracking, because, like, Agrabah itself kind of changes as you... Or, like, the city part changes as you go through the plot of it.
Yeah, which is a neat mechanic to kind of, like, reflect the plot of Aladdin.
Yeah. Like, having to go through alleys in different fashions and stuff. Like, I think that's really neat.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, it's a huge, bustling, like, labyrinthine city, and that kind of feeds into that.
And then, like, you technically don't really need to do too much backtracking in the Cave of Wonders either. And, like, I think aesthetically, Agrabah and the Cave of Wonders looks nicer than Deep Jungle just by virtue of not being, like, here's a bunch of really weird-looking vine textures.
Here's some bamboo.
Here's a leopard.
Now kill him.
Kill him 3 times. Pull out his teeth.
Move to Chicago. Buy 16 records.
Become a Keyblade master. Smoke weed.
Get a roommate.
Start a noise band with him. Smoke cloves. Start some kind of salsa company.
Okay, well, which Kingdom Hearts character would be most likely to smoke cloves? Which one would be most likely to start a salsa company? Which would be most likely to get a roommate?
Sora is definitely most likely to get a roommate.
Yeah.
Kairi smokes weed.
Yeah.
Riku already has a salsa company.
Riku didn't fall for Maleficent for the darkness. He just wanted the salsa. Anyways.
God, it's like that guy from Narnia that gave up his siblings because he wanted candy.
Yeah. Edward, I believe. What a piece of shit. He betrayed Lion Jesus for Turkish Delight that didn't even have any chocolate on it.
The only thing I remember about the Chronicles of Narnia as a series is I played the GameCube game of the first movie for like 10 minutes, got to a bit where you had to climb up a tree, and then like me and my buddy noticed immediately that shit, what was it? The animation for climbing up a tree is straight up just like the guy humping the tree and moving vertically. At that point, we were like, okay, that's like the most fun we're going to get out of this garbage video game.
So I couldn't help but notice that you just jumped off of an edge and now you're here.
Yeah.
Is this the underground bit you mentioned?
Yeah, pretty much. We have to break this pillar so that we can get into that room that had a big pillar in the doorway. In the treasure room.
Oh, story time.
My first wish, Genie. Show me the keyhole.
This is a
Gross.
children's game.
Whatever. It sure is convenient that the keyhole is in a key-shaped door.
Yeah.
Anyways, time to go back to the treasure room.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Well, these guys just keep coming back.
So, we're going to quite possibly, like, the actual worst boss in this entire game.
Oh dear.
Alrighty.
And, like, I just want to point out that he is most of the reason why there are 17 minutes left in this episode.
Oh no.
Great.
That boy again?
Where did you come from?
More persistent than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy?
Explain.
Doing so may actually prove useful to our...
What's up with your eyes, my dude?
Wait a second. Are you Maleficent?
No, he's Jafar.
Okay.
That's just that one gif of that guy fading away.
You see, she's one of seven
She just puts out the
somehow
piece,
Yeah.
and then just...
opening the door.
Open?
Yeah.
But you fools won't live to see what lies beyond it.
Bwahaha.
My second wish. Crush
A gun!
No, a sword! No, a sword gun! Just drops Leon's sword blade. Well, okay.
My god. He put light on it.
So, it's basically impossible to die in this fight. Because Jafar doesn't really do much to attack you.
He's just kind of standing there looking fabulous.
Basically. Most of the attacks come from the genie, but anytime he hits you, he drops a myriad of HP orbs. The problem with this fight is every time you get close to Jafar, he does that!
Will magic work?
Yes, but our magic stat is so low that it does so little damage. And we need to get physical hits anyways so we can regain magic. Also, oh boy, magic sure don't go that far.
Yeah, I just noticed the damage we're doing. That is definitely scratch damage. Is Genie doing the Naruto wrong?
I mean, as much as he can, I guess. I think he's supposed to be, like, slouched over and sad. Ow. No, he's just like, wee!
I was gonna say, he looks real sad.
He's a fighting dreamer.
Damn it. Mangekyo in the eyes, only see blood when Genie cries.
He's doing this to test his power. At least he doesn't have much health.
Yeah.
That is the one saving grace of this garbage fight.
I've just now realized that the health bar in the top left corner is the boss health and not yours. This is episode 8.
Yeah, that bar wasn't there for like the first 4 episodes, Connor.
You can tell I've been paying attention.
I was about to say, didn't Sora's shit-eating grin in his portrait at the lower right give it away?
See, but the thing was, my brain recognized that was also the health bar. I don't know.
Oh Jesus, this game is doing things to us.
I do really like that the genie is constantly just like, please let me miss.
Yeah, I do like that he's also dropping healing items whenever he hits you because he doesn't want to do this.
Like, it's funny, this fight has, like, character to it. It's just, God, it sucks.
Oh god, Jafar should only be allowed to, like, move after a certain time period as past where he takes in his hits, because this is just torture.
Like, it seems completely random whether or not he can move, and also, most of the time he just stands at the corner, so you fall off and have to climb back up!
That really does sound like Homer.
That is literally just fucking Homer Simpson.
Welcome back to our LP of Simpsons Hit and Run.
In this episode, we're going to do the Bartman. Damn it! I didn't notice his goofy happy face.
I'm sorry I've gone quiet. I have just nothing else to say about this.
Yeah, there's not much to say. I could have sped this up, but nah, if I have to go through this shit, you have to go through it with me.
Well, you are such a kind host. You let us eat from the same trash can you do.
I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me.
We're all locked in here with Jafar.
Oh god, finally!
Thank fuck.
And now we have the ability to guard attacks once I equip it.
Oh.
Ice, ice, baby. No, Jafar. I thought we'd get something a bit more than that, but it looks like Jafar's just dead in hell now.
Basically. Well, time to close the keyhole.
My final wish.
I wish you hadn't said that while approaching Jasmine.
Damn it, Connor, this is a kid's game.
That's what I'm saying. What?
Well, okay.
So Genie just like hit him with some finger magic and he fell into hell.
He fell into a Minecraft cavern.
Now he's an all-powerful genie, quote unquote.
Now he's Minecraft Jafar.
Oh, we're in the Nether.
I hate that Genie Jafar is so buff. So, phase 2 of the Jafar fight here is weird because Jafar is irrelevant to his own boss fight.
The true final boss in this stage is Gilbert Gottfried, as is right.
Like, he occasionally will throw those, like, molten rocks at you, and then sometimes, like, he'll punch you, and that's it. That's all that this fight has.
Holy shit, this parrot is a damage sponge.
He's got Affleck.
It doesn't help that we do such a small amount of damage, despite the fact that I had specifically done grinding so, like, this level wouldn't be so hard. Or not even hard, just tedious.
You gotta
Like-
equip +5 damage to lamps.
Like, I want to point out, according to the damage level stars, like, this is the next world we should be doing.
Yeah. You
But we're doing such a small amount of damage to everything.
you versus the lamp she warned you not to told you not to worry about.
Yeah, like, the Jafar boss fight designs are so weird. Because one of them feels like they just didn't think about it for more than 5 minutes before going, like, that's the finalized design.
I mean, the thing is, like, Jafar wanted to turn into an all-powerful genie. He literally has the power to bend reality with his magic, and he's just trying to throw, like, fucking rocks at you.
Yeah, that too. Like,
I think Jafar's just... Maybe he's just very low imagination and low effort as a villain. Like, he planned to get the lamps, but he didn't really want to do anything beyond that.
I mean, he does some shit in the movie. It's just that here all he does is, like, throw rocks, punch, and, like, move platforms, I guess?
Yeah.
It's just so weird that, like, one fight he's basically irrelevant to his own boss fight because he hardly attacks, and the next fight he is literally irrelevant to his own boss fight because he hardly ever attacks.
Okay, Jafar. Back to your lamp.
It's so confusing. Like, Agrabah's just a weird world in general.
I'm glad that Sora turned Jafar into a magical slave again.
Fyra.
Is Ansem's report like his school report or something like that? Is it graded?
Aerith pointed them out in like a previous episode where it's like, hey, Ansem was keeping a report on all the Heartless and what they are and whatnot. I'm not gonna show them in the video because it's just like, here's a bunch of text.
So I have to do homework instead, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're not really needed.
We gotta watch some lore videos.
Maybe like read them up after we're done here,
Yeah.
because like if you read all of them, there is some spoilers for later shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time for us to watch Game Theory's Kingdom Hearts thing, which will be 100%. What if Sora is actually dead and this is a dream?
That's not even the dumbest thing Nomura can do at the end of
No,
story.
it is not.
What if Sora is Undertale?
Also, did that keyhole door just turn into a Kazuichi Okada's entrance movie? That is the worst reference.
I don't watch New Japan. I don't know. Auto scroller. At a point during this, I get hit once, and then I decide that I'm just going to drop the controller and not touch it and see how it goes. Oh, there we go. So from here on, no more touching the controller.
Well, it's cruise control. Well,
Didn't know the magic carpet operated on rails.
Also, it just gives you straight healing items at points, so like even if you get hit, you don't have to worry. Like, oh, you may have taken like a couple hits there. Better heal up, buddy. I don't know why it gives you magic. It's not like you can use magic while you're on this thing.
some of those obstacles that didn't even damage you.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed it has tonsils. That's not great. That's how you tell when one of the animators has a vor fetish.
Damn it. That's unfortunate. The way it's written, it's like Donald's supposed to be shouting at it, but he just looks down at the ground like he's solemn about something.
Yeah.
Hello, you
It's
still
weird.
have one wish left.
Some of those like
Just
text-only
say the word.
cutscenes are
Ask me
weird.
to find Jasmine for you.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Ow!
Oh, sorry, does not give a shit about this.
God, that shout.
Oh.
And now he's nude.
Feels a
Yeah.
deal.
Genie has been skipping leg day.
You're your own master.
Dog-shaped genie, buddy. He's his own master now.
Help Sora find Jasmine.
Time to leave them all behind. It's gonna take everything in my power to not put that song there.
But a favor? Now that's entirely different. I guess I could give that a try. After all, we're pals, right, Al?
Genie.
Just leave it to me.
Oh dear.
Ah.
That animation looked real good.
Yeah, clipping through his hair.
That was a bit too ambitious for 2001.
That smarmy vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
Jafar was beyond
God, you emo.
consumed by his own hatred.
Go back to listening to Asking Alexandria or whatever.
Riku's going to try and introduce Maleficent to falling in reverse.
Have we got something special for you?
Huh?
Hey Maleficent, have you heard of the All-American Rejects? They're pretty good.
They got a very tiny Kyrie. What are we gonna do?
Go to her. Your vessel is waiting.
Timely.
Just remember, this is
Ah.
no pleasure cruise. It won't be a pleasant voyage.
That's a fun line.
What's the catch?
I don't know why, but every time I hear that line, it just makes me smile.
Silly boy. You're like a son to me. I only want you to be happy.
But please, for the love of God, stop listening to December Underground.
But lest we forget,
I do appreciate that even though Riku's dumb enough to believe everything else she's saying, he realises it's bullshit that she thinks of him like a son, because she's known him for like 10 minutes.
I mean, it's understandable that Riku, like, immediately turns to darkness here. Because it's like, oh, hey, I want to go out there and explore worlds, and Maleficent gives him the chance to do so.
Yeah. She enables him.
And Sora, like, he sees Sora, it's like, oh, well, he's too busy with his cool new friends.
Riku is going to go onto Facebook and post about fake friends.
Basically.
He's going to post those don't trust anyone memes.
Riku is a dumb 14-year-old and it works.
So, the name of this episode is absolutely Jasmine's Keyhole, right?
Damn it. No! We have a green trinity, which just means we can synthesize shit or traverse town now, but, like, it's not worth showing because it's just menus.
Yep.
Anyways, bye!
Bye.
Great. See ya.
Oh, I hate this.